Welcome to the Adventures of a Kidney Donor. Follow Anil as he embarks on an epic journey around the world, spreading awareness about organ donation. With every mile, we're on a mission to inspire others to give the gift of life.
Hello and welcome to Gola on the road, and we have been telling you many stories, and these stories have to do with repairing of the car, maybe getting caught in flash floods in the most recent past, and meeting some really good people, and sometimes our angels. We've got a whole bunch of stories on the angels that have come across our travels. We're heading out tomorrow after spending almost 18 days in Namibia, and most of it in Windhoek. All because of one couple, and they are to blame for our delays. Now, meet Alex and Betsy. Alex and Betsy are another overlanding couple. They live here in Namibia. Alex is a Namibian. Betsy is still a Desi by passport.
Proud indeed.
By passport.
Only by passport, yeah.
Why do you call them angels? What did they do, and who are these two anyway?
They are overlanders who had got in touch with Anil, and we met them as strangers, and we've become so close in the last couple of weeks.
By the way, you're the only one saying it. No one else has said that.
But I'm feeling that way, so
Okay.
I'm talking about my emotions here. I'm actually feeling sad to leave them behind. But I'm sure at some point we will travel together at some point.
Now, Alex and we met through a common friend, Toby Simon. Big shout out to you, Toby. And I'm missing all of you there in the morning walks and gym, and maybe we'll start playing badminton again together. But you are responsible for us to meet them. So tell me, why this new lifestyle for you to overland? And what is overlanding for you?
Why the new life? It is because simply I had decided when I reach the age of 16, which I am now at, I would like to live differently to what I've been doing all along.
And as the Dharam Patni, did you have a say in this matter?
Of course, I love traveling. You know, when we used to sit and watch National Geographic, I would say, what would it be like if we really go and experience all these places ourselves? And I used to always tell him, when are we going to go and see these places? So eventually now we are actually realizing that dream.
And what changes have you made to your otherwise normal life to accommodate this new lifestyle?
So we've started to, I don't want to say downsize, but rather right size our lifestyle. I mean, when we lived here, we've been in Namibia for the last 35 odd years. In that time, we have built businesses, we've acquired property and all of that. So as part of the right sizing, we have disposed many of our physical assets in Namibia. We still have a handful which we need to get rid of soon, and that's the plan. Currently, we have done trips to Angola. We've done a Southern African circuit where we visited 6 countries. And our next plan is to do an East African circuit in the next couple of months, and finally get all the way to India using the West African route.
Where will we find your stories?
We do have a YouTube channel. We are amateurs at it, but I'm sure you would find the stories there.
Now, if you remember, or if you don't, at least 34,000 people do remember, if you're seeing this, that we had a video where we were trying to cross rivers, and we were with them in their car. They were the other car. There were 3 cars: us, them, and another gentleman who was wading into the river. We just let him do that. So we're going to hear about how he built his car, where he bought it, what he planned to do with it. Why that car? We were talking about his car, what he did for it, where he found it, and how you both work with each other in one small confined space. I know she has a big problem with this, and me working in confined spaces, but how do you deal with it?
Okay, the year, it was the COVID years. I don't know if you remember, the stock markets and everything around us had crashed, and in Namibia especially, the tourism industry went for an absolute six. Nothing was happening here actually. So what actually happened was the tour operators were getting rid of their vehicles, and I had plans that time. I was looking for a Land Cruiser basically, which I could use to convert for our Overlander. The Land Cruiser that we eventually got was a 2014 year model car, and it is a 79 series. It had already been converted to a game vehicle, which meant the chassis on it had been extended. And I was very happy to find an extended chassis car at my price budget. And we purchased the car and slowly started stripping it to...
And all these stories of your build is all available on your YouTube channel?
Yes, it is, yeah. I have, I think, about 10 or 12 videos on what it took to build the car.
If you are planning to get into this overlanding lifestyle and you are wondering what needs to be done, well, watching his build, because he did it from ground up. I have vehicles, but I didn't build it from ground up, well, almost. And his chassis, and then his transformation to the car that he has now, which is called Sonder. And yeah, check him out. And if you're sitting on the fence and wanting to be an overlander, there's a lot of help out there, but you need to make up your mind. And let's hear from Betsy what the real challenge is. I mean, they're giving us this heavy, happy story, but I want to get to the gory details. Betsy, don't hold back, because the truth will always inspire action. Otherwise, they're going to say, oh, these people built this rosy picture of this kind of life, and then they're disappointed. So what should they expect to not expect?
Look, it is difficult when you are in such a confined space to be 24 hours together. It's not easy. It really tests your marriage. And we did have a few spats here and there, but we resolved it. And
come on, don't lie.
no, it's true.
A few spats?
Yeah.
That's it?
Yeah. And then handful. So what we
I mean, were there divorce-inducing spats or just
no,
hug and kiss and make up spats?
You didn't even have to hug and kiss.
It didn't even require a hug and kiss.
yes,
That was
I think we knew what our most important goal was. It was to travel, and we do have kind of an unwritten agreement of division of labor, like who does.
Okay, what do you do? What is your job here?
So I do help with driving here and there, not a lot because I'm scared to drive on very steep climbs and difficult roads.
It's a manual or automatic?
It's a manual.
Oh, that's fine. Okay.
So, and because of the length of the vehicle, hairpin bends and all, I'm too nervous to sit in the car, so I just jump out, and on the pretext of filming, I jump out because I'd rather be on the ground with my feet firmly planted on the ground.
Filming the car.
Yes, filming the
turning, tumbling if it has to.
Yes.
with him in it. Oh, that's nice. That's beautiful.
So, well, somebody has to go for help, you know.
That's true. Hey, just being practical. No, don't take it personally, Alex.
No.
Okay, so what is your part of the work again?
So I'm the one who does all the meal planning and the cooking and keeping the vehicle clean and organized, and you know, he's the one who asks, where's this, where's that. So my job is to find the bins.
Inventory control.
Inventory control.
Logistics.
Yes. So that's what my.
And you, Alex, what is your part of the work? Other than driving?
Route planning, to see, also figure out what is on the road ahead for us, and that I do by being online, chatting to various people.
While driving?
Not while driving, but planning while I'm planning.
Okay.
I do all of that. I do most of the driving, yes, because I love it. I don't mind hairpin bends or steep inclines. I enjoy it, and
It's the man challenge, isn't it?
I guess so. Yeah.
I also do the accommodation, and so I book, find places, and.
Okay, I mean, I don't want to create a problem with you guys or anything, but Alex, your list seems a lot shorter than hers.
Yeah, mine is, but I'm driving the whole day.
No, we don't drive the whole day. That's the one thing that we have done. We decide, okay, this is how many kilometers we have to drive, and we really make sure that we get a good night's rest before we get on to the next destination.
Yeah, route planning will figure out most of our driving times and things like that. There have been challenges, especially if the vehicle gives us issues, then we have to re-plan the routes based on what and how far we can get to. We have had very pleasant surprises to change routes too, because we've met nice people along the way whom we've just come to visit and say hi, and then ended up staying a night with them.
So tell me, what is your highlight of travel? What do you travel for?
For me, it's the unpredictability of it and meeting new people, because we don't say we're going to reach at a particular destination at this time. We are very flexible. That freedom, of traveling at leisure, liking the place, enjoying a place, and then moving on to a new place. That's, for me, is the best part of travel.
The fruits that nature provides in that part of the world, the gifts, I mean the meeting of the locals and understanding that part of the society, their challenges, all of those is reflected in the name of the vehicle, Sonda. Sonda means that every stranger or passerby that you meet along the way lives an as complicated life as your own life, and they are intriguing in their own ways, and that's what the word Sonda means in English, and that's what we call our vehicle.
The other thing I want to ask you, Alex and Betsy, on this journey that we take on the road, we give up a lot of creature comforts, and that puts us in pretty crappy places. Speaking of crappy, how does your bathroom stuff work out? What do you do? Because a lot of people shy away from this life only for that reason.
Okay.
How did you feel about this?
So we have two options with our vehicle basically. One is indoors and one is outdoors. Outdoors is simple. You take a spade, dig a hole, cover yourself as well as you can, and do your business.
That's easy for a man. What about you?
Normally we would go at a campsite, but if we are while camping, of course you have a spade and you do your stuff. And we have a privacy tent, so you can just put that privacy tent on top of that hole, and you can do your business and cover it up and then move on,
Good.
But if we are in a situation where we cannot go outside the car, maybe it's raining or maybe it's in the dark, maybe it's not safe to go out.
Maybe there's some lions and cheetahs outside.
Something like that. Then we have a composting toilet inside the van that we can use, which separates the urine from the solid mass. That way, when we do have access to...
I mean, come on, if it's inside like that, don't you have odor issues?
So we have an exhaust fan, which we can, which from the toilet, which is attached to the toilet, taking the air outside the van. Plus, we have an exhaust fan right on top of the toilet, when we use, we can turn that on so that it's immediately resolved. But then the composting, that's the reason we have separated the urine from the solid mass, and there is a composting powder that we use that we can throw on the solid matter, which then starts decomposing itself.
Emitting a wonderful smell.
It doesn't.
It cuts out the odors basically, because it dries the solid matter. And as you've noticed, when it is, if you've seen dog poo or whatever, when it is dry, there is no smell.
It's only when you step on it.
But anyway, the smell is caused by when the urine mixes with the solid. That's why we have separated it, so it doesn't smell.
It's a principle of a standard composting toilet is to separate the solids from the liquids.
Yeah.
And what we have done, or actually we use fiberglass to build one for ourselves in our camper van, and it's a simple container which separates. You sit on it like on a toilet, and it will separate the liquids from the solids.
So you pee in front, crap at the back.
Yeah, and the solids go into a plastic bag basically, which has an exhaust fan to take out the odors in the unit. And when you find a suitable place where you can dump, which is any rubbish dump, it is legal. You can dump that solid matter into, because people dump kiddies, nappies and stuff, which is the same thing. Okay, the liquid, which is basically the urine, can be poured for any plant or tree that you see, because it serves to be
environmentally friendly,
and it is manure for them.
Well, we live in a rooftop tent, and so every time I have to go pee in the middle of the night, it is hard, because we have camped in places like Masai Mara and in Serengeti, where we haven't had access to bathrooms, and I had to go out in nature while camping right in the middle. So it was very hard because of the fear of animals. But just somehow managed.
So we've been talking to Alex and Betsy, who are, I wouldn't say new to overlanding. They've already started on their journeys. They're new to our lives because we've come to Namibia and we've felt A, comfortable, B, cared for, looked after. We've always got a backup if we've gone to strange lands and we've had to deal with things like car repair and buying this, buying that, not knowing exactly which store to go, where to go, meeting new people. Of course, they also helped us connect with people that connected us to our mission of organ donation awareness talks and all that. So for us, this couple means much more than meeting an overlander. I think we made friends. And the questions I asked them sort of works for us too. So on the eve of her birthday, I want to know what she thinks. Pretty much the same questions I was asking Betsy. The truth. Is life on the road like for you? And in division of labor, what is your part of this?
That is, I know you're scheming me to answer this, and you want me to go on record saying all the stuff that I do. But honestly, Anil does a lot of stuff, and I do planning. I do
planning. What kind of planning?
I do, decide where to camp, and I get in touch with the camps through Overlander, and then book the place for the night, and then I do navigate, since I was a left-hand drive. It's a US car, and whenever we are in countries which has right-hand drive, I do stay awake to help him navigate, especially when he has to overtake. I have to be pretty alert to help him overtake.
Paying the tolls.
Paying the tolls, of course, that goes without saying, because all the tolls are on the right-hand side. And then, of course, he's still the chef, and I'm the sous chef. I do all the cutting, cleaning, all that stuff. Yeah. So, but he does 100% of the driving. Even though I'm ready to drive, but he likes to drive, and I don't think he trusts me too much with my driving. So yeah, I am okay enjoying the ride.
Alex, Betsy, any last words to your potential fans that are going to start following your journeys?
I think I would like to inspire people, at least those that are thinking of overlanding, be it in India or any other part of the world, that it is possible. Age shouldn't be a barrier. You should jump into a car, start doing the little bit you can for now, and then carry on, take it from there.
Betsy?
Yes, it's a matter of starting. Once you start, you can get hooked on it. And if you are willing to compromise, adjust, and take life as it comes.
Sort of like marriage.
Yeah,
You
sort
just
of like marriage.
Extend your marriage into the car.
Yes, so there's a lot of things that you don't know. You don't know what's going to come in future. What kind of place you're going to see, what kind of people you're going to meet. And I think the little that we have traveled, we still have a long way to go. The little we have traveled, what I have found is faith in humanity. People are so nice. You know, we have this fear that people are bad is only in our mind. I always believe that if you send out a positive feeling, and it comes back to you.
So bottom line is, don't fear.
No, there's nothing to fear.
Just hit the road.
Just start. The rest will just follow.
Fall automatically in place. Yeah, I agree with you. And even we have come across so many awesome people, and I think for me that's the highlight of our journey. Places, yes, of course, that we see new places and the nature and the love for nature and love for wildlife. But apart from that, the kind of people we have come across, such lovely people, awesome souls, that is something that will live with us in our memories for lifetimes.
In our journey, we've traversed about 72 countries on the road with a purpose to meet as many people as we can, to tell the story of a kidney donor, build an adventure of a kidney donor, and hopefully save lives, which we know we've done for sure. But what happens behind the scenes, everything that these three people talked about that is involved in overlanding, going to strange lands, strange countries,
Strange peoples.
and meeting strange peoples. They say if you want to make good friends, you got to travel with strangers, and we did with these two, and hopefully we'll be good friends. We are leaving Windhoek today, and I wanted you to get an inner understanding of what this life really like, because I don't talk about this on my Facebook posts or Instagram or YouTube, and I only stick to the organ donation part. But no point hearing from me about multiple things. It takes away from my focus. But what they said is pretty much our life. So we'd like to see you on the road next. And if you do, reach out to us. Their YouTube page is called Wander to Yonder. T-O. Wander, T-O, Yonder. And of course, you know where we are. Don't forget to continue following our journeys. You might like some videos, you might not like some videos. But if you have questions to ask us and you want us to make a video about those things, then feel free to do so. And we'll try and do our best to bring you that. So thank you for joining us. It's a little different from the usual videos I put out, but sometimes stories inspire your action. For the gift of life adventure, my name is Anil, with the birthday girl,
Dipali.
Alex?
Betsy.
So after spending about 18 days together, we are saying our goodbyes to Alex, Betsy. And on the eve of Dipali's birthday, we're all going to say to each other, we'll see you on the road somewhere soon. Well, not so soon, but sometime. Don't forget to follow them. Wander to Yonder. Follow us, Gift of Life Adventure on YouTube, and get all our stories. And hopefully we'll see you on the road as well sometime.
Thanks for joining us on this life-changing adventure. Don't forget to subscribe to the Gift of Life Adventure on Instagram and on YouTube to stay updated on every twist, turn, and inspiring story as Anil raises awareness about organ donation. You're watching The Adventures of a Kidney Donor.